Hi everyone, my name is Gavin and I love horror. This weekend I attended the Days of the Dead Indianapolis Horror Convention, a con that still ran despite the COVID-19 pandemic sweeping the world. Was this a good idea, a bad idea? Was this the Fyre Fest of horror conventions? Let's get into it. Now this is really a review of two cons. There's the con I went to, and then there's all the stuff that happened behind the scenes, and of course some controversy where many of you probably heard about Days of the Dead happening this weekend. First off, when I walked into the building, you could tell there had been a lot of cancellations. Of the confirmed guests, I saw something like 16 showed up, 29 canceled, and there were big names that canceled, including Brad Dourif and Skeet Ulrich, also Danielle Harris, Richard Dreyfuss, who was the headliner, and these announcements were not made until late last week, which was surprising considering that we all knew about COVID-19 and the dangers of not social distancing, being in big crowds and stuff. There's some speculation that these guests canceled a long time ago, but Days of the Dead put off announcing these cancellations so that they could sell more tickets. Like Skeet Ulrich was canceled the day of, and it wasn't posted on their main Facebook page, Days of the Dead. It was actually put in the event of the show, which I didn't see it at first, and I'm really glad I didn't take down my Scream poster and hauled up to Indianapolis to get it signed. As for the safety precautions that were taken due to COVID-19, all attendees were wearing masks the entire time, so I do applaud them for that. However, the safety guidelines posted a few days ago on the Days of the Dead Facebook page said that sanitizing stations would be aplenty, and I saw maybe one, which is not super great considering. Now, with all that said, the con was not well attended. This was on a Saturday, normally the biggest day of a con, and there was nobody there. And it, not just fans, but tons of celebrities canceled, like I said, and vendor tables were just left vacant. Like people paid for tables and then didn't show up. And the vendors that were there were okay. There was no, I love buying original artwork at cons, but this con didn't have a lot. I had money to spend and nothing to spend it on, which was very, very disappointing. Me and my best friend Dan, who went to this con, we did everything, got all the autographs we needed within 2 hours. We were done shopping and with autographs, and I had to get 5 autographs. We were done in 2 hours. I really feel bad for anybody who paid for a 3-day pass for this con, because it could be done in 2 hours or less. The highlight for me were the celebrities that did show up, including the likes of CJ Graham, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6, Warrington Gillette, who played Friday the 13th Part 2 Jason, and Tony Moran, who played Michael Myers in Halloween. Tony Moran was an incredibly nice person. His line wasn't long because he was taking like 10 minutes to meet with everybody, which was super, super cool of him to do. My paint pen that I was using to get stuff signed ran out, and he made sure to go over it and really made sure that I got an autograph that looked nice on the poster that I had given him. And no celebrities really do that. I've never had that experience before where the celebrity made sure to take care of you and made sure their autograph looked nice for you. I've had celebrities before sign my stuff messily and then send me on my way. I'm talking about Kane Hodder. Also, every other Jason actor is so much nicer than Kane Hodder. Like, sure, he may have played Jason the most, but he's also the biggest dick. I did not have a good experience with him. So, no Kane Hodder. Meet any other Jason, but not Kane Hodder. And then, of course, the reason I was there was to meet Riku Browning, who played the creature from the Black Lagoon in the swimming scenes. He is 90 years old, made the trip to Indianapolis for a signing, and he looked every bit of 90. It was kind of sad in a way because he was just in a wheelchair, but he was very nice, very gracious, and now I have a piece in my collection that I've wanted for a very long time. As for the con itself, pretty okay. The guests were great, vendors were so-so, but there was some controversy behind the scenes involving the staff and a very insensitive and offensive Facebook post. On Friday night, there was a picture posted of a teddy bear that had a realistic Robin Williams face wearing a shirt that said, "Hang in there," with a man hanging by a noose. Now, I'm not going to show the picture on this video. I will link to it in the description below, but this is incredibly, incredibly offensive to anyone who's ever been affected by suicide, anybody who has mental health issues, and it was posted by the official Days of the Dead Facebook account. Now, it turns out one of their staff members, Chris, posted the photo as a joke. That's not okay. Like, that's not cool. Like, I don't know how you can find suicide funny but that's just not okay. I suffer from mental health issues. I've been suicidal many times, and I felt so disrespected by that. Also, I'm a huge Robin Williams fan and was very, very saddened by his death. So that's just not okay. That's not okay. As far as behind the scenes go, it is a shit show. It is not great. And because of that, I would think twice before attending another show. The show itself was enjoyable enough. I was disappointed I did everything in 2 hours, but I got what I needed and then I could leave. But the disrespectful stuff that was behind the scenes really, really rubbed me the wrong way. I've been to 2 Horror Hounds. This is my first Days of the Dead, and I gotta say, I prefer Horror Hound. So if you could only choose one con, I would by far choose Horror Hound over Days of the Dead. And if I were to attend a Days of the Dead event again, I would have to think very, very hard on it. What do you think? Were you at Days of the Dead Indy? Would you have gone had COVID not happened? How was your experience? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. And as always, stay weird.